Good afternoon. Welcome to Sunshine Reports. My name is Remy Allen. Acting Governor of Ondo State, Lucky Ayedatiwa, has conveyed greetings from Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu to Muslim brothers and sisters in the special occasion of the Eid-el-Kabir celebration. The acting governor also seized the event of the Muslim festivity to pray for the success of the administration of Akeredolu and a sound health for the governor to continue the good work he has been doing in the state. In a statement to felicitate Muslim faithful, Ayedatiwa said the Ondo State government is doing everything possible to protect the lives and property of the citizens. Hence, there is the need for all to cooperate with the administration by obeying the laws of the land and maintain peace. Ayedatiwa called on parents across the state not to allow their words to be involved in criminal activities. He enjoined the faithful to use the Salah celebrations to reflect on their past spiritual activities in the last 12 months and make the necessary sacrifice for peace and unity in Ondo State and Nigeria. Meanwhile, Nigerians have been enjoined to join hands with the present administration in Nigeria for a better nation. Chief Imam of Akure, Alhaji Abdulhakeem Yayi Akorede, gave the charge in his message at the Eid-el-Kabir celebration in Akure, the Ondo State capital. While thanking God for the successful 2023 general elections, the Chief Imam said it behoves citizens of the country to support this government on its intention to correct all the wrongs of the previous administration. Muslim faithful also added their voices in prayers for the good health of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu.
Eid-el-Kabir celebration, also known as Eid-el-Adha, became a symbolic event in the history of mankind, given the limitless rewards that follow the patience and perseverance of Prophet Ibrahim, who remains in faith despite being afflicted. The slaughtering of ram during this celebration symbolizes faith, devotion, and submission to the will of Allah, commemorating the willingness of Ibrahim to sacrifice his son as an act of obedience to Allah's command. In his message, Chief Imam of Akure, Alhaji Abdulhakeem Yayi Akorede, thanked God for the successful 2023 general elections in Nigeria, saying it behoves citizens of the country to support this government on its intention to correct all the wrongs of the previous administration. According to him, the intervention of this administration since the inauguration of President Bola Tinubu is being felt, and it is giving signal of a better future, calling on citizens to show respect and kindness to the leadership as commanded by Allah. He encouraged the authority to focus security, economy, and others posing as challenges to the poor masses on a daily basis.
We need security in Nigeria. We need our life to be secured. So we want the leader, the present leader, our president of Nigeria, to please do something very necessary about that one. And then our economy is not good at all. It's not in good condition at all. So we want to appeal to him to please do something reasonable about it. And thirdly, the kidnappers, the terrorists, and some other ones like that, they should try to curb them.
He also led prayers for Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu's health in order to complete his good projects. Deji of Akure, Oba Alade Toyinbo Aladelusi, also identified with the faithful calling for unity in the state.
Despite the fact of all odds, we're able to gather here to give thanks to God. We do this every year to give Allah the glory. So we are here again. Whether you're a Muslim or Christian, have the fear of God.
Other clerics and faithful speak more on the importance of Eid-el-Kabir.
The importance is that when you are making covenants or promise to somebody, anybody, even your child, make sure you try to fulfill it, and you shouldn't lose hope that what you don't have today, you can have it tomorrow more than others.
Allah doesn't need your meat, neither the blood. what is necessary, what Allah needs from you is the taqwa, the fear of God. So if you have the fear of God and Allah has not provided for you this Eid, then you should look forward to Allah's mercy and blessing in the next Eid.
So I thank Almighty Allah to spare our life till next year.
The significance of Eid al-Kabir is to fulfill what you promised Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do.
When you are facing any challenges, all you need to know, all you need to do is to have patience for Allah and continue to pray. When you continue to pray, then surely success will surely come.
Faithful returned home after the prayers to slaughter their rams in line with Islamic faith. Omoriola Humbiji, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, this year's Eid al-Kabir festival, observed by Muslim faithful, has been practically a low-key affair, as the Festival of Rams, which is the object of sacrifice during Salah, was nearly absent in many Muslim homes. The grandeur associated with the festival could not be felt this year due to the reduced purchasing power of the residents. The increased prices of livestock, coupled with limited disposable income, have made it challenging for the residents to fulfill this essential aspect of the festival. In Akure, the joyous atmosphere among Muslim faithful, typically associated with Eid al-Kabir, was more subdued this year as limited travel was witnessed. Due to the high cost of transportation, many citizens residing in the state capital could not travel to visit their loved ones, as opposed to the usual practice of marrying with larger family members. Notwithstanding the gloomy economic situation, Muslim faithful across the state trooped out in their thousands to different praying grounds to celebrate Salah. In the meantime, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria (NAHCOM) has inspected the additional 10,000 tents provided to Nigerian pilgrims by the Company of Motawafe for African non-Arab pilgrims. Chairman of NAHCOM, Zikrullah Hassan, while conducting management team of the commission around the tents, explained that the measure was aimed at cushioning the painful effects of inadequate tents Nigerian pilgrims faced since arrival at the highly unrocky site of Muna. Al-Haji Hassan said the measure would certainly mitigate the hardships and hoped that the pilgrims concerned will cooperate in view of the fact that only 2 days stay in Muna remains. The chairman, who expressed satisfaction with the facility at the new tents, revealed that pilgrims from the Federal Capital Territory and those of Kogi, as well as pilgrims from tour operators, would be moved to the new site. The commission had been battling to solve the twin problems of inadequate tents and feeding arrangements for Nigerian pilgrims at Muna. Motorists and other road users plying Owo Ipele to Ifon Road have appealed to the Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FEMA, to urgently repair the road that has made life unbearable for its users. The road has, in the last 2 years, become the only route for all heavy-duty trucks heading to the northern part of the country after the erection of barricades on Owo, Akungba, and Kakoko Road. Our correspondent, Kunle Ariyo, reports.
The concentration of heavy-duty trucks on Owo Ipele and Ifon Road has reduced it to a solid state, with hundreds of users spending several hours on gridlock. Many commuters, especially traders, have been trapped for about a week now along Ipele-Idoani-Ishua Road, as the route has become totally impassable for motorists. It is the same horrible situation at Molege and Lebeka Ifon axis of Osrc local government area, where commuters have to spend 8 to 10 hours from Ipele Junction to Ifon for a journey of less than 1 hour. as many resorted to crossing from Orita Ipele to Ifon with motorcycles, otherwise known as Okada, charging exorbitant prices. The deplorable condition of these roads became more escalated after the recent 3-day heavy downpour that made heavy-duty trucks to fall at several field portions, therefore making the roads impassable, especially Ipele-Ifon Road. To this end, many stranded commuters have to park or abandon their vehicles spanning over 25 kilometers on both sides of the roads, therefore exposing them to serious danger. Many of the travelers, mostly traders, trapped in a gridlock for days, claim they have been robbed by bandits, while others abandoned their car on the road. Some of those who spoke to journalists challenged FEMA on the need for urgent rehabilitation to avoid heavy casualties, as motorists have resorted to driving through bush port to access towns like Ifon, Ijagba, Imoru, and Okeluse. The people also said the situation has worsened the fear of traveling in the area as the spate of kidnapping and robbery has increased. Kunle Ariyo, Osrc News.
Former governor of Oyo State and Otun Olubadan of Ibadan land, Rashidi Ladoja, says he is not interested in any crown than that of the Olubadan. Governor Seyi Makinde approved the promotion of 11 Ibadan high chiefs to beaded crown obas, and Friday, July 7 has been fixed for their installation as stipulated in the letter sent to the governor by the Olubadan, Oba Lekan Balogun. Speaking to journalists in Ibadan after observing Eid prayers at the University of Ibadan Muslim praying ground, Ladoja said there was no need to fix what was not broken. According to Ladoja, the Ibadan Mogajis, also known as compound aides, are already equal to traditional rulers of other towns. He added that when he set out to join the race to become the Olubadan, he was focusing on how to become the Olubadan, and the only crown he craves is that of Olubadan of Ibadan land. The Nigeria Immigration Service has announced the promotion of no fewer than 7,000 officers nationwide. This was as it redeployed 12 new controllers to their respective states of assignment. Acting Immigration spokesperson Kenneth Kure revealed that the promoted officers and men included senior officers who sat for the regular examinations and junior staff members who were upgraded due to acquisition of additional qualifications. The Acting Controller General of Immigration, Wuraola Adepoju, also approved the appointment of the immediate past NIS spokesman, Tony Akuneme, as FCT Command Controller. 12 controllers were recently redeployed to different states, including Ondo, FCT, Kano, Jigawa, Ogun, and Informed Border Control, among others. The Sokoto State Governor Ahmed Aliyu has commenced the payment of monthly stipends to the physically challenged persons in the state. The payment began on Tuesday in 3 centers in Sokoto North, Dange, Shuni, and Gwabadawa local government areas of the state. Commencement of the exercise witnessed a large turnout of the already screened physically challenged persons who received 6,500 naira each as their monthly stipends. Governor Ahmed Aliyu had, during his campaign rallies, promised to restore the monthly stipends to the physically challenged and other relevant segments of society. And finally, former Nigerian boxer Jeremiah Jerry Okorodudu has died at a private hospital in Lagos after battling with foot ulcer that left him bedridden for weeks. His wife Adenike, however, said the hospital was not willing to release the late pugilist corpse until the outstanding 600,000 naira medical bill is paid. Okorodudu represented Nigeria at the Los Angeles 1984 Olympic Games, where he competed in the middleweight category after shooting to limelight as a gold medalist at the Oluyole 1979 National Sports Festival in Ibadan. The 64-year-old ex-boxer's medical predicament began in 2020 with a boil affliction that affected his mobility. And with that story, we've come to the end of Sunshine Reports. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon and Baraka the Salah.